Suaranya putus ya?
Welcome. During this event, please pay attention to the following safety induction protocols. Make sure your seating position feels comfortable and does not have potential to cause spinal problems. Adjust the lighting of your computer or smartphone screen so that your eyes are comfortable. Make sure the stove, lamp, air conditioner and other electrical equipment are in the safe condition and do not have potential to cause a fire. Make sure you know the emergency response procedure when there is an emergency such as fire and earthquake. In the event of an earthquake, please stay calm and observe your surroundings. Avoid walls and windows. Immediately take cover under a table, a chair, or sturdy construction to protect your head and body until the earthquake completely stops. If fire occurs, extinguish it immediately with available fire extinguisher. But if it is not possible, please immediately evacuate and contact the fire department. In every emergency situation, you must remain calm and always be alert. Immediately get out of the room or building by following the evacuation sign and gather at the available gathering point. Please don't carry heavy loads and take off your high-heeled shoes. By knowing safety induction early, we can avoid accidents. Have a fruitful discussion. Thank you.
UIGM Metric World University Rankings is Universitas Indonesia's initiative to promote sustainability in universities and involve stakeholders in any kind of efforts to create a sustainable environment for the universities and beyond. Since 2010 until 2022, our rankings have attracted the active participation of 1050 universities representing 85 countries. Through 39 indicators in 6 methodologies, UIGM Metric carefully evaluates universities' environmental commitment and initiatives. We strive to encourage sustainability practices, provide sustainability-related services and facilitate international partnerships on sustainability. As a global network of universities concerned with sustainability, we seek to advance the efforts of our members and contribute to global society by shaping higher education and research in sustainability, creating global sustainability leaders, and partnering on solutions to sustainability challenges.
Join us to achieve sustainable future.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and a warm welcome to the information session on UI Green Metric Questionnaire and event for the year 2023. At this event, we will discover the latest updates on questionnaire and exciting event in UI Green Metric World University Ranking in Sustainability 2023 while having the opportunity to meet our chairman and esteemed expert. I am honored to be your master of ceremony. My name is Dian, and I am delighted to have all of you here today. First of all, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you. Thank you, Professor Dr. Engineer Riri Fitrisari, Master of Management and Master of Science. Thank you to all the speakers, Dr. Nyoman Suwarta and Professor Gunawan Cahyono. Thank you to all the rectors, the vice rectors, deans, and all campus sustainability teams from more than 45 universities and 20 countries in the world, from Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, Egypt, Indonesia, Jordan, Mexico, Palestine, Pakistan, Peru, Philippines, Spain, Republic of China, Tunisia, Turkey, United States of America, Uzbekistan, Vietnam. We are honored to have your presence at this event. To begin our program, we will now hear remarks from the chairperson of UI Green Metric, Professor Dr. Engineer Riri Fitrisari, Master of Management, Master of Science. Please, Professor Riri.
Thank you, Dian. Good morning, everyone. Greetings from Universitas Indonesia in Jakarta, from UI Green Metric team. I would like to welcome all of you to our information session for 2023. Especially we have previously. I would like to welcome some vice rectors attending this meeting today, and we know that leadership is very important, so that's why I would like to state that Vice Rector from State Pedagogical University of Ukraine, Tetiana Konovalenko, is here. Also, Assistant Professor Dr. Nawamin Prachanan from Burimam Rajabat University. Just to mention this because we know that we have friends all over the world. We have also from Philippines, Dr. Ramona Isabel Ramirez from Central Bicol State University of Agriculture. Also from some universities. I see that many friends from Thailand here. We have from Moban Chambueng Rajabat University, Thailand, and also from Malaysia, College of Yayasan Pahang University, also from Eastern Philippines University. We have 3 information sessions going to be conducted because we know that we are in different time zone, but we would like to share with you all the information that we have during all the 14 years in which UI Green Metric have already worked with all universities all over the world, and we have a very tight schedule now because we know that everyone is using the standard to improve our university, improve our region, improve our country, and improve our world with sustainability measures. And that is why today our expert member, Professor Gunawan Cahyono, and Vice Head of Mansuwarta will explain to you everything regarding UI Green Metric, knowing that we would like to share with you. So those university that is already working together with us during the last 14 years have performed very well in their sustainability and their community engagement as well as SDGs achievement in their university. So that is why we would like to invite all of you to join UI Green Metric and to fill in all the information. Please, if you have many questions to our expert member, we are welcome to work together with you so that by the end of October, you will all submit the UI Green Metric questionnaire together with us. I would like to also to inform you that next month next week, actually, on the 15 to 17th of June, we will all meet person to person, face to face at the Universidad do Minho in Braga, Portugal. This is the peak of our meetings in which all university leaders, which has done very well in their sustainability performance, will present their work not online, but it's going to be offline, and already more than 250 university rectors, vice rectors, and sustainability leaders are going to come and discuss in detail with us. So without further ado, welcome again to UI Green Metric Network. I'm sure that we will be able to work together in the future. So please contact us anytime. Thank you, and warm welcome to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. Remarks. We appreciate your presence here today. Now let's dive deeper into the UI Green Metric World University Ranking and its network from Dr. Nyoman Suwarta, the Vice Chair of UI Green Metric, will guide us through this topic. Please, Dr. Nyoman.
Thank you very much, Diane. Very good morning, dear colleagues from all over the world. Very happy to meet you here in the virtual media. Share short information regarding the UI Green Metric World University Rankings, especially for those new participant maybe in this year will join the rankings, and also some information regarding updated questionnaire for those universities who are already participate in the ranking. Okay, yeah, I would like to start the story of UI Green Metric. That this ranking was initiated by Universitas Indonesia in 2010. In that time, our former rectors found that most of the university rankings very related or close to the academic-based ranking, yeah, especially US, higher education, and also the academic ranking of world universities. So very rare the rankings for universities related to the sustainability. We found only localized or national scars in America, US. Also the University League, People and Planet, this is from the UK, so that our former rectors initiate, promote how we can introduce new ranking, especially for green and sustainability, yeah, around the globe, so that we develop in 2010, and we have also acknowledged by the IREC, International Ranking Expert Group. And if you look further to the global rankings for universities, we can distinguish the academic-based ranking, especially, yeah, and then the web ranking, such as Webometrics, and also some environment focus ranking. Yeah. Nowadays, we very familiar with the QS, higher education, which also start or modify to the environmental ranking, not only academic, but they started to also focus or expand to the environmental ranking compared to UI Green Metric that already start from 2010. Okay, and we have a vision to be an open and respective world university rankings, which bring sustainable impact to universities around the world. This open means that we receive or acknowledge all participants from both countries, universities, so that we can really move forward together in terms of sustainability campus. With that mission, we try to maintain organizing annual World University Ranking on Sustainability. Annually, we announced the ranking this year, hopefully in the middle of December. And second, we're encouraging sustainability practices in universities around the world so that they can implement some best practices, maybe from other universities who have typical or the same similar characteristic of universities. And then we're providing sustainability related services for universities around the world. This is to more close discussion, just coaching maybe for universities who interest to look deeper regarding the fact file analysis especially. And the last mission is to facilitating international partnership on sustainability. We all know that the 17 goals, number 17 of SDGs, talk about the partnership. It is very important how we can collaborate to other universities, maybe government or industrial, in making the aims of sustainable campus, especially. Okay. Since 2010, almost 14 now, UIGM metric rankings has experienced development from the beginning years. We only have 5 categories and now reach 6 categories since 2012. We add the category of education and research. This is very important, related to the universities commitment, especially how we can look into more close the effort of sustainability implementation through curriculum and through activities of student, staff, and research courses, and also the way how we can change the behaviors of the student, especially how to reduce, for example, waste and so on. And we receive many feedback from the participants that we consider to improve our questionnaire yearly. And for example, in 2020, in the beginning of the pandemic COVID, we modified also some indicators, in questionnaire that close to the activities during the pandemic in every campuses. And since last year, we plan to update the questionnaire because the pandemic may be already getting like laid down, almost back to the normal, so that we want to back capture how the activities during the mostly face-to-face the buildings, the development, and so on. Okay, the rankings comprise 6 categories: setting and infrastructure. This is 15% of the weight. We want to capture how the landscape, especially in the campuses, regarding the greenery or some buildings, the space area, green space area, for example, and also including the budget for sustainability. The second category, energy and climate change, this is 21%. We want to also focus on how universities can contribute real action, to mitigate the climate change effect or impact, to the daily activities. The third, waste management. This is 18%. I think most of the campuses already familiar with the 3R, 3R, reduce, reduce, and recycle, and how the extended activities of the waste management. And the fourth category, this is the water conservation, 10%. We encourage to use treated water, compare with the underground water, groundwater, and how universities implement the recycling program, especially for water, water treated, wastewater. And the fifth category, the transportation. This is how we encourage the universities also to have more public transportation instead of the private vehicles transportation, including if there are any initiation, for zero emission vehicles, bicycle, electrical cars, or motorbike. This is 18%. And the last category, the education and research. As I mentioned, we want to portray how the courses, research, publication, even the website related to sustainability, and also students organization, who conducts activities related to sustainability. This is also 18%. In more detail, later on maybe Prof. Gunawan will explain these indicators. Right, if you look the linkage, the UIGM metric with SDGs, you can see from the 6 categories, almost each category represented by some goals of SDGs, and the goals number 17, this is almost in all categories, meaning that this is an aspect that's very important for us, to make some collaboration for the goals. I mean, to achieve at least the sustainable campus, how we can collaboration in research project maybe with similar typical universities in regional, national, or international, in global. And by conducting or reporting the UIGM metric categories, for each categories, meaning that you are also already preparing for the SDGs report actually, based on your activities, and maybe this will be useful for the PHA ranking, higher education impact ranking, if all the activities can be documented very well. Okay, as the global ranking, of course, very challenges, how to make this comparison or comparable in terms of maybe university scale and the background of the countries and so on, so that in the website we provide a filter of the rankings, based on the region. For example, in Asia, in Africa, in Europe, in Oceania, North America, and South America, each region can be seen which universities are more advanced in this region, for example. And then we can see also the ranking based on countries. Maybe we want to know from several countries. And most important also in in terms of category, we can specify, look into more specific what categories achieve. Yeah, maybe we want to improve in specific categories, then we want to benchmark or learn from other universities who are already advanced in setting or in energy and climate change, also in waste and so on. Another way, we provide the filter by campus setting, whether in rural, suburban, urban, in city center, or in high-rise building, yeah, so that we can compare more better, yeah, to know the position. Okay, including the comparison by type, like comprehensive universities or specialized higher education, and so on. Okay, this slide shows the increasing of number of participants, yeah, in UIGM metric from the beginning 2010 until last year 2022. We reached about 1,050 universities from 85 countries. So you can see almost every year, at least we have new participants, yeah, about 100 in average. So some universities also, yeah, dynamically left or not join in the last year, yeah, but new participant also coming in more larger numbers. We hope this year also the number will increase to have more represented countries.
Wow.
Okay, this is the distribution of participants. Yeah, we can see from Asia, this is dominated almost 600, yeah, participants from the Asia, and then followed by the European countries, and then the Latin America, also the North America, and we're still seeking new participant from the Africa, Oceania, yeah, maybe from this such event, socialization and information session, we can introduce and invite more universities from Oceania and Africa, especially. Okay, how to participate is very simple. To register, you can send email to our secretariat, yeah, grimetric@ui.ac.id, and you will receive the invitation and also the username and password, yeah, that you can start to register and log into the website. Okay, this is the timeline for this year. We still in the period of data submission. We opened last month, 15 May, and we'll end at 31st October. So we still have more time to collect the data before submission. And in November, we have the data validation. Our reviewer, assessor will look into the data, maybe some verification back to the campuses, universities who are found some misinformation, yeah, regarding the data filling. And hopefully in the middle of December, we will announce the result like last year. So this is the offline and also online, yeah. Simultaneously, we have hybrid for the announcement in this year. Okay, considering the massive and large number of participants, Yeah, UI Green Metric World University Rankings also develop the networks, network of the member with aims to create sustainable universities, sustainable future. And we have the principles that open. Again, this is very open for both universities and developing countries. And then we promote the participatory from each member, more active in events or maybe projects, and open for collaborative action between partner universities in regional or international, with mutual respect from its universities to have more collaboration rather than competition. And we are also in the one common goal, that spirit to move together in creating sustainable campus for the better sustainable future. The network have 3 thematic priority activities. The first is the shaping global higher education and research in sustainability. With these activities, we can together shape the policy for higher education and research, especially that have significant impact to the world. How we can create implementation policy and also activities, at least by referring to the indicators or categories in UI Green Metric. And then the second, creating global sustainability leaders. With this, we will cooperate to enhance the global leadership capabilities of the faculty, administrators, students, as well as of their institution, respective universities. We have activities also, this student leadership meeting, annually. And the third, partnering on solution to sustainability challenges. We will work together with partners from government and business, international organization, and community leaders on how we can propose alternative solution to regional and global sustainability challenges we facing. This is the national coordinators of the network, I guess, from different countries, so that every year, regularly, this national coordinator will have meetings. This year, maybe in the next week, on international workshop on UI Green Metric in Portugal, Porto. Usually before the meeting, the national coordinators will have preliminary meeting to discuss what is the activities updated on each countries, respective countries, to share the findings, updated activities, and also best practices. Also some feedback, of course, from the national coordinators to modify or to improve our questionnaire. Okay, the agenda for 2023 this year, we have international meeting conference, the forthcoming event is the NIN International Workshop on UI Green Metric, in Braga, 15 to 17 June. And then the national program, conducting by its universities. Last month we have a national workshop in Bukhara universities, and next September in Ruden universities, Russia, and then University San Francisco of Quito, also in Granada, Colombia. The other national also in Indonesia and other countries. This is some activities. And we have other program, International Sustainability Leader Meeting, hosted by OSTIM, Technical Universities, Ankara. And then International Student Leader Meeting on Sustainability. This year also will be hosted by Bukhara. The other program, World Sustainable Campus Tour by University of Sharjah, UAE. And then the other activities we have, this is the third maybe, courses on sustainability. This is online, conducted by 7 represented universities of the member. This year we conduct in 2 events, online course on sustainability, international, because we receive many feedback and proposal from other universities who are interested to conduct these courses, so that the student can apply from many campuses and countries once. Okay, this is the website of the online course on sustainability. And you can see the information regarding the method, and then the hours of the courses, the credit transfer for student, and then the certificate and so on, registration. At the current, we still focus on the member of the UIGM metric networks. So if you want to also promote this event, maybe you can send some letters, proposal that you will join these courses to host it, the event next year maybe. We are very welcome to have more universities, collaborators, partnering in this online course. Okay, this is the last year, I guess, fall September 2022. The online course hosted by Sao Paulo, Brazil, and then Universitas Indonesia, El Bosque University, Colombia, University of Szeged, Hungary, University of Sharjah, ESPOH, Ecuador, and then the University of Tunisia. We involve 30 teachers, lecturers, and also 68 students. And also the teachers. Okay. Once again, this is the invitation for next week international workshop on Porto, Portugal. Hopefully we can meet face-to-face there with all represented universities from other countries. And this is other information. Last 2 years, 2021, we introduced new services actually to continue in supporting sustainable universities. We provide package services that comprise the consulting, so that we can discuss with the universities, see the file analysis from the last year data, and then provide ranking trackers for comparables from other universities. And we provide risk rating, like the case of hotels, maybe there are 5 stars. In terms of UIGM metric, we propose the risk rating, 5 risk rating for the maximal one. And then universities also have right to conduct or hosting events, national or regional events in sustainability, for example. And then we provide the branding of the university profile to be promoted in our website and social media. And the last services is the coaching for the SDGs report, especially for those universities who are interested to make some report on SDGs and maybe prepare for the time higher education impact ranking in the future. Okay, this is the benefit for universities who are taking the services. The first, of course, contributing and supporting the UIGM metric activities. And the second, by taking the service, you also showcasing your university best practices in sustainability and how you can be inspired to other universities in regional, for example, become the leader on this activities. The third, to implementing partnership for the goals, especially you can have more chances to make some collaboration with other universities in how we implementing the partnership. And the fourth, promoting university to more than 1,000 universities from 85 countries. Of course, this is by joining the UIGM metric itself. At least you will acknowledged by other universities around the world. And the last, by taking these services, your university will have more deep insight and discussion to improve the performance in UIGM metric ranking this year, by looking the last year data, especially, so that the achievement can be seen in progress year by year. Okay, this is some documentation of the service packages, package that we have three meetings in online or maybe offline. Later on, depend on the agreement, And on the last meeting, we will certificate of compliance and also the risk rating certificate. Okay, this is the 2021 partner taking the service package from silver, gold, and also the platinum. We still have more in 2022 last year. In this service package. And this year, still counting. We're currently still accepting more partnership. We will cooperate in this year. We waiting from other universities also to have this package services. This is maybe the last slide from me that you can see the other information, useful link to know the methodology, the questionnaire, the guideline, and also the template for this year questionnaire. And also if we want to look the last year result, ranking by country, region, and so on. And the activities of the network, in this links, you can see what kind of activities and the next future activities that will be conducted in the region, national or international. Okay, I think that's all from my presentation. I hand over to Dian again. Thank you very much.
Much, Dr. Nyoman, for sharing your insight on the UI Green Metric World University Ranking and its network. It is fascinating to learn about the global impact of this initiative. Now let's move on to the session 2, where we will discuss the 2023 the UI Green Metric indicators and data submission process. We are fortunate to have Professor Engineer Gunawan Cahyono, Master of Architect PhD, an expert member of UI Green Metric to guide us through this important information. Please, Professor Gunawan.
Thank you, Dian. Hello, everybody, my dear colleagues. Let me continue what had been presented by Dr. Newman and allow me to share my screen. Okay, I think yeah. Maybe you had seen the screen clearly and my voice clearly as well.
Yes.
As you had already observed about what had been presented by Dr. Newman, I will continue. We group into 3 clusters for those who had participated in our ranking system: gold, silver, and bronze. Those who had scored 7,501 up to 10,000, which had not been reached up to now, are in the gold cluster. That means 219 universities have already reached that one. And then from the score 5,001 to 7,500, we group it into the silver cluster. 476 universities had joined that cluster. And the rest from 0, of course, nobody, we get that low score, to 5,000, we group them into the bronze cluster. About 355 universities who had participated in our ranking belong to that group. For those who are in the cluster of silver and bronze, there are plenty of room for you to improve your score and can be directly up your grade to another cluster. Hopefully you will do it. What's new in 2023, our team now, we offered innovation, impacts, and future direction of sustainable universities for you to develop. We encourage each university through research outcome and then translate it into usable or marketable product to be to claim it that you have innovation in your category, and you can may explain it in your data submission. Now let me make some detail. In this category, setting infrastructure question for you. Up to now, I think our questionnaire really compiled to the most recent development. Perhaps we are still continuing doing some improvement and to see whether the world is changing towards its an expectation for a new question to be included in our questionnaire. So ratio open space area to the total area is still the same. Total area on campus covered in forest vegetation still same. Perhaps you will ask about forest. The category you can search in Google. In each zone, they have a different claim for forest according to the species of the trees, as well as the canopy. And then the total area on campus covered in planted vegetation. This is more easy for you to claim or submit the evidence. And then the total area on campus for water absorption, besides the forest and planted vegetation, we don't see you have any difficulty to fill out that question. And then the total open space area divided by the total campus population. Now the campus population, we observe that almost all of the campus are offline now or hybrid. So it suggested that we are turning into pre-pandemic condition. And our sixth questions is percentage of university budget for sustainability efforts. The operation and maintenance activities of building in 1 year period. We know that during the pandemic, many construction have been postponed for a while, and now we expect they return to normal. So this question is still relevant. The eighth question is that campus facilities for disabled, special needs, and or maternity care. Then follows by security and safety facilities. I think you still possibly you have an expansion. Then this question is followed by health infrastructure facilities for students, academics, and administrative staff's well-being. Then the final question in this category is conservation. We know that species or biodiversity conservation will be the next big issues besides the water shortage. So in the second category, energy and climate change, we haven't had any new question yet for you. So it still remains the same. Energy efficient appliances usage, still relevant. Smart building implementation is still relevant. Number of renewable energy sources on campus is still relevant. Total electricity usage divided by total campus population in terms of kilowatt per person, still relevant. The ratio of renewable energy production divided by total energy usage per year, still elements of green building implementation as reflected in all construction and renovation policies, still relevant. And then greenhouse gas emission reduction program is still relevant. Total carbon footprint divided by total campus population in metric tons per person is still relevant. Then number of the innovative programs in energy and climate change still relevant. And ended by impactful university programs on climate change, which is still relevant according to our team. Then come about the waste. We add one new question from the last year's 5 questions to you, which is 3R, reduce, reuse, recycling program for universities' waste, which you need to acquire the policy by the top leadership in your campus to be implemented in terms of setting out new way of life for reducing the waste or the capacity to reuse the waste into a new product or recycling the waste. And then it's followed with program to reduce the use of paper and plastic on campus, still relevant. Organic waste treatment, inorganic waste treatment, toxic waste treatment, and sewage disposal treatment. I think most of you are are familiar with these questions. And we don't add any new question in water. The indicators are still the same: water conservation program and implementation, water recycling program implementation, water efficient appliances usage, and then consumption of treated water, water pollution control in the campus area. In transportation, the questions are still similar to those of last year. The total number of vehicles, cars, and motorcycles divided by the total campus population. I think in this category, possibly your university has more innovation to add into your evidence. In terms of shuttle service, possibly you are turning the previous combustion bus into gas or electric bus for shuttle services, which you might claim. Zero emission vehicles policy on campus, still similar to that of last year. The total number of zero emission vehicles divided by the total campus population. The ratio of the ground parking area to the total campus area is still relevant. Program to limit or decrease the parking area on campus for the last 3 years, from 2000 to 2022. And that number of initiatives to decrease private vehicles on campus. Private vehicles, we means that it's still using the fossil energy, its motor engine. Then the pedestrian part on campus, still relevant. In this category, we add two new questions for you, which is number of activities organized by student organizations related to sustainability per year now. And then number of university sustainability programs with international collaboration. As you know from the presentation of Dr. Nyoman Suwarta, the world is turning into more collaboration. So these two questions we add to make the question more complete. And then the ratio of sustainability courses to total courses still the same as last year. The ratio of sustainability research funding to total research funding still the same. Number of scholarly publications on sustainability still the same. But please look at our guideline carefully, because we specify about the publications submission specificity. Number of events related to sustainability is still relevant, and that the university-run sustainability website, sustainability report, number of cultural activities on campus is still the same. Number of sustainability community services projects organized by and or involving students. Students are still the spearhead of university to the society around. Number of sustainability-related startups. Encourage the university to promote more, to turn into the innovation product can be used for commercial as well. So it will lessen the burden of the university in this area. Now, let me explain some more about data submission process. I think Dr. Newman had already mentioned about that. You can contact us via email. Then we will send you to reply you about your username and also the password. Also, you can register via web as well. And please keep in mind about the timeline, because we will close our submission by the 31st of October. Every year we set this deadline for you because we need about 1 month total for the evaluation. Usually we will conduct a meeting involving all of the expert and the reviewer to discuss first verification of your evidence and then put into the auto return program and come out with the result. We will scrutinize more carefully about the result and make some comparison in our ranking and go into your website. So it needs 1 month of process. After that, we will announce, as mentioned by Dr. Neumann as well, at the middle of December, our result for the year 2023. This shows the picture of the questionnaire. So I think many of you are familiar with our questionnaire. And this shows the picture of the category when you are facing setting infrastructure as the example. So the type of your university, is it specialized or comprehensive? Then we can group it into special category, whether it's comprehensive or specialized in medicine or engineering, we don't know. And then your zone, tropical wet or arid, which has totally different ecosystem. And then how many campus sites do you have? And then the campus setting is in rural or suburban or urban or in the city center. We need to know the result and then categorize it into one group after the result has made in a general and with specification. So you may click on which area you want to submit. How to provide your evidence? First, of course, put your university logo and then fill the data correctly. After that, you delete the sample mark. Then you replace the data with your university data. The fourth one. So add some link if you had, because in this picture, we limit the load. Actually, I think it's still a 2 megabyte. So whenever you have more information, please add the link below this. Now you provide the evidence. It could be in picture, graph, tables, or data, etc. Then provide explanation, because many reviewers are not familiar with your university. So please explain as explicitly as possible. And explain it in English, of course. Now, if you had completed your form, then you can print the answer and ask the approval before you submit. Then you can save it first to recheck it. After that, if you are sure, 100%, then click submit. Usually we ask you again, are you sure? If yes, then submit. These are useful links, as explained already. Or Miss Sabrina Hikmah, I think she is also following this presentation. That's my presentation, and thank you for your attention. Now I return it to Dian.
Thank you, Professor Gunawan, for providing us with valuable insight into the UI green metric indicators and the data submission process. Your expertise in this field is highly appreciated. Now it's time for the interactive part of our session. I encourage all of you to participate by asking questions related to the UI green metric and its initiative. This is an excellent opportunity to clarify any doubts or seek further information. Please raise your hand if you want to ask questions.
This means our information is quite clear for most of the participants.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Philip Talay. So I think there is no further questions.
Good morning.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm from Catanduan State University, Edna Pante. May I just clarify the documents to be included? Is it from the last 3 years, as I have caught in the explanation, and some of the samples there presented?
Okay, thank you, Edna.
Yeah.
Please, Professor Gunawan or Dr. Nyoman to answer the question.
I suggest you may look at our guidelines. If the guidelines show this question, you had already experienced it, and in terms of data submission, you had already participated in our ranking system in the past 2 years. That's been, if you can provide it in 3 years in a row, then we'll help everybody, not only you, for our system to analyze it and then to compare it with your achievement.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So actually, this is our first time.
Okay, if first time participant, then Dr. Nyoman, probably you may answer.
Yes, thank you very much, Prof. Kun, and also Dr. Edna for the question. So yeah, basically the questionnaire, there are a question, yeah. Some of the indicators request or required data for 1 year period, and the other indicators we have requested to look more long-term, yeah, 3 years data. For example, in the parking area, reduce of parking area, for example, and then the budget or for sustainability, yeah. We want to look the consistency so that we request 3 years data, for example. But for the new, of course, you can collect the available data, at least maybe if it is possible to the last 2 years maybe, or 3 years, the last 3 years is better, yeah. And for the first, maybe I think we can use the last year data as the baseline, yeah. Then for the next years, maybe we can provide better data, long-term data. Okay, and this explanation actually, yeah, as Prof. Kun mentioned, you can see more detail clearly in the guideline, yeah, which indicator is need for the short-term 1 year data. And the 1 year data also depend on its universities. Sometimes from October 2022 to September 2023, for example. Or yeah, depend on the academic year, yeah, on its respective universities. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Professor Gunawan, and also thank you for Dr. Nyoman. Thank you too to Etna Pante. From which university, Etna? Dr. Etna, I'm sorry. Okay.
Catanduanes State University, Philippines.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that clarification, for that response of Dr. Newman and other facilitators, in order that we could really have that idea on what documents we are going to prepare, the data from October onwards of 2021, I think, 21, 22, 23. Is that okay, sir?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. Next question. There is some people that raise hand. From Jimmy Clint, please.
Hi. Thank you. I hope you can hear me. Thank you, Professor Norman. Thank you, Professor Munawan, and also Dian. Thank you. So just a quick question. My name is Jimmy. I'm from the University of the South Pacific. I think I saw in your wonderful slides there's only 2 participating universities from Oceania, and I'm from there. Pacific. So I just have a question. Does the UIG assessment allows us, right, for USP, because our campus, we have one campus based in Fiji, and then we have several other campuses that are based in 11 other sovereign countries. But we want to, at the moment, the ranking is for our campus here in Fiji. We want to also rank other campuses as well that are under the University of the South Pacific that are based in 11 other Pacific Island countries. So my question is, does this assessment also allows us to do that?
Absolutely. I think, yeah. But please categorize each campus with very clear information for our reviewer to verify your evidence. Actually, that's most important.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jimmy Clint from University of South Pacific, Fiji, Oceania. Now, we're next on the next question from Miraluz, please. Miss Miraluz.
Yes, good afternoon. I am Miraluz Emiliano from Central Bicol State University of Agriculture, Philippines. We would like to know as to where can we access as to the format on in submitting the evidence. Thank you.
Okay, I think Ms. Dian possibly can explain to you. Or
Okay.
Dr. Newman, I
But do you mean the template of evidence, Dr. Mira?
Yes, yes, sir.
Template.
Format of presenting the evidence, after which the narration or explanation of the evidence. Is there any format, sir? And where can we access it, if ever?
Yeah, the format or the template
Yes,
of evidence.
template, yeah, template.
You can download it from the website. Once you have login, then you can download for its template of evidence required in specific indicators. But if you don't yet have the username and password to log in, you can see from the guideline actually. Yeah, but this is the hard copy version. Yeah, so if you want to look or to use the template in soft file, then the only way is to download it from the website. Or if you really need it in soon, then maybe from our secretariat can also send the files.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I think my presentation had already recorded, and you can rewatch it because it shows step by step in that template. How can you one by one fill out that's the quadrant of information can be provided. And then if your information is more than 2 mega, then you need to provide the link in order to fulfill your claim. So there is a kind of limitation for the space in the load of your information. But if you have other link which let the reviewer open the link for more information, then you can do that. And please do that.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Nyoman and Professor Gunawan, and also thank you for the question, Miralus. Next, we will please Shahlin from Malaysia.
Okay, hi everyone. Good afternoon. So I'm Shalinda from University Tun Hussein on Malaysia. First of all, I would like to say thank you for the briefing for today for the UI Metric 2023. So my question is it possible for us to get the evidence document from University Rank Top 10 in last year, which is 2022, as our reference in preparing our evidence for 2023? Thank you. Dian, do you hear me? Do you, Miss Dian?
Yes.
Okay. Is it possible for us to get evidence document from the university rank top 10 in 2020 as our reference for us to prepare evidence in 2023? Is it possible?
From the other universities?
Yeah, the university that rank top 10, yeah.
I think this is more confidential evidence, yeah, so that maybe we cannot provide them, yeah. Otherwise, you can more prepare in detail regarding the evidence, especially to describe more quantitative rather than qualitatively. So this will be basic consideration for our assessor to evaluate the evidence. So I think that's the more important, yeah. Prof. Kun?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think now everybody is concerning the privacy, quote unquote privacy. Okay, possibly you get our list of these top 20 university. Which one you prefer to contact? If they allow you to open their file, then you can get the information. Our network system in UI Green Metric is to encourage collaboration, right? So therefore, each country has its own coordinator. I don't know, in Malaysia, you have also a very high rank in Malaysia, right? I think Putra Malaysia got a very high rank. They can share experience. This is more collaborative based than only I am at the top and then I not consider the good of our next generation.
Yes, correct.
Okay, just please contact individually or you from our announcement. Usually, each nation hold our conference on UI Green Metric. If you can actively participate in that kind of conference, then you can get more information to improve.
Okay, thank you, Prof.
Okay.
For the suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Shahlin. Okay, is there any more question?
Thank you so much for that opportunity to attend this orientation. And since our university were able to first-timer participants, so that is why I asked a while ago that if we will only be including documents from 2021 up to present. And then another one, can I still be accommodated? Can I still be accommodated, Madam, for another one clarification under education and research?
Yes, please.
And research. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. We have two campuses. In the presentation, is it separate or just put it into one? We have two campuses.
In our record,
two campus.
it's up to your.
Can we, in the presentation?
Yeah, usually
in the presentation,
depend on those who want to fill up
or to the satellite campus, or we just put it into one. Sir?
You can.
Pardon, sir?
Possibly Dr. Neumann will provide a more detailed answer. According to our experience in our record, some university just submit under one university name with several campuses. But
okay.
You can also, if you want to make it separate campus, one specialized in, let's say, law or medicine or engineering, one just in a more comprehensive campus. Then you have two categories. But please correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. Neumann.
Yeah, in addition to Prof. Gunawan, maybe we let each universities to determine whether one campus or two campus they will gather data, because several cases
okay.
one university has many campus, but if you can collect all data, for example, from 5 or 7 campuses, it is better, But if you for the first year this time, maybe you can focus on the main building, main campuses, for example, rather than to until all campuses data collected, it is very, very long maybe, yeah. So that you can start from the
because of the short period of time given to
Yes.
us, and then we have to submit it this October, last week of October. So I think if but we're trying to do it that we could really present to you the totality of the institution.
Yeah, that's great.
If we are able to collect everything and put into place based on the guidelines and on the indicators that is provided by the UI Green metrics.
Yeah.
Yes,
Very
sir.
good.
Thank you
Very
so
good.
much for
You're
that.
welcome.
Okay. Thank you so much, and thank you for meeting you virtually, for providing us an opportunity to attend this orientation on how to prepare it.
It's
Okay,
our
thank
pleasure.
you
It's
po.
our pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you, Edna, Miss Edna. Okay, we have
Yes,
question from YouTube, from Fitri Haryanti. The question is, can we get more detailed research result in book form?
The question not so clear. Oh, how can we get more detailed research result in book form? You mean the report from the book? How can I get the publication file? Yeah, you can search from the Google, yeah, or from other search engine, yeah, by putting some keywords, sustainability, or the name of the campuses. Then maybe if you're lucky, you can get several publications listed. Google Scholar, for example, or just Google, you can really, yeah, or in Scopus or in other search engine.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Nyoman, for your answer. Okay. Do you still have any more questions, dear college? Okay,
For
please, Jimmy.
now, none. Okay, Mr. Jimmy.
It's sorry, Edna. Do you wanna go ahead?
Okay. I can also learn from you. Baka meron, I can also learn from other queries with other universities all over the world. So we can also start up with our submission to the green metrics. Sure, you can go. You can ask questions to our speaker.
Okay, thank you. So my question is just on it's mostly just the feedback in terms of the UIG final result. I just wanted to ask if the UIG final result, if it can include and area to improve on to justify the score. Just a short one, just so that we can improve on that in case if we, because sometimes we feel that we feel that we're gonna get a full mark on it, but then when the results came out, it showed what's lower than what we had expected. And I would sincerely appreciate your feedback if that short narrative could be there, just to justify why we are getting that score. Yeah, just that.
Well, usually your evidence, you consider your evidence had already presented explicitly, but why your score is still lower than that, right? Is that right, if I interpret your question? Okay, so please provide the evidence explicitly as asked in the guidelines. Usually, the reviewer will go to your evidence first and look whether it's sufficient. If still have question on that, then the reviewer will go to your website, let's say, check it again, or go to other information searching engine to know you better. Sometimes you just provide photograph, but claim that you have certain tonnage of waste recycled or treated. But the evidence is actually not explicit. If you can provide, okay, so many tonnage of waste produced, then its report on dark annually get into several hundred tons of waste or so, then the reviewer can know exactly, okay, this treated where it has been treated, and then the capacity of the, if you go to the third party also, it's not only just staying is providing the photograph and then shooting where we believe, but possibly that's not enough, not sufficient. So please provide, if the question is about the volume, then provide the volumetric information for the reviewer. When the reviewer had some doubt about your information, then they will go to somewhere else. Sometimes the reviewer want to put the comment on it, then you can get the full comment. But some reviewer don't have time to spend for detailed comment. We expect our reviewer to express a detailed comment for you to improve. But sometimes we cannot push for that because they have to use their time. For so many universities, you know, we have about 30 to 40 reviewers for 1,000 universities. Possibly we need to increase the number of our reviewer, but it's not easy. We have to search for who is qualified as a reviewer record. So we have to look at the Google file and the what you call the Google record or the academic record of the each reviewer is the experience, and we can ask whether the reviewer want to join UI Greenmatic. So it's kind of long-term process, but we are quite sure when the reviewer approve the evidence is sufficient, then it can go into algorithm. When it goes into the algorithm, so nobody can change that result. It's by artificial intelligence or so on. It's not up to that point yet. We still have kind of panel discussion on whether this is comparable to that. Look at the evidence it provides, and it's kind of panel discussion. So I know possibly you are not satisfied with the short comment. You can ask the administration. The administration will try to go back to the reviewer and give you the exact response probably after that. Okay, does that answer your question? Possibly Dr. Newman wants to add some information for us.
Yeah, just want to add more information regarding this question. So yes, we provide the short feedback. Yeah, you mean in terms of what we call fact file. So, but this will be given provided after of the ranking. Yeah, in December. Then in a couple weeks, we will send the fact file analysis of fact file so that you can compare with the self-evaluation, yeah, because in guideline we provide actually the formula, yeah, for each indicator. So really you can evaluate self-evaluation whether this indicator will be on the maximum grade or maybe in the middle and so on, so that the total score you can estimate roughly, yeah. But again, the final score will be decided by the assessor, yeah, based on especially the evidence, how the evidence can convince the assessor that the evidence explain in detail specific discussion on more quantitative, yeah, rather than qualitative. So maybe they will similar with your estimation, yeah, for its indicator score. I think, yeah, that is the answer maybe, yeah, if it is what you mean with the short feedback.
Thank you, Professor Newman. I truly appreciate that as well from Professor Gunawan. Because we have access to how it's assessed, the point score. So we do have our based on the logic that's there, we do have our own evaluation, but it'll be always a great idea to be able to get the reviewers assessment, and for us as well to have access to that review. But I will be expecting the fact file, I believe, in the next few weeks. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Jimmy and Dr. Nyoman and Professor Gunawan. Please, we have now question from Bukidnon State University. Gelain Litanon, please.
Good day, everyone. I am Jeline Litanon from Bukidnon State University. I just want to ask about the years that are valid for the evidences or documentation. Can we still submit from 2021 to present, or is there only a specific year? Like we should only submit evidences from 2022? That's...
Yeah, thank you, Gelain. This is similar with what asked by Etna, yeah. So the year for data required is very different from one indicators to the others, yeah. One indicators may be asked or required 1 year period, so that you can use the last year, yeah, data 2022 until present, yeah, maybe in September or before submission in October. And the other indicators as maybe the long term, yeah, 3 years. So you can use the 2021, 2022, and 2023, yeah, so 3 years. Is that answer your question?
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, you are welcome.
Okay, thank you. Do you still have any more questions?
I'm already ashamed, Miss. I'm already ashamed because I'm really something that I would like to clarify before we go through with this, so that we could really pass through with the evaluators around the globe. So when we submit the relevant documents on October 31, is there a possibility that if we find out that we still have some missing, that we have forget to submit it there beyond October 21, can we still submit that? Sometimes we really mislook on some documents that we would like to add. Can we still add beyond October 31?
Basically, once the system
It is submitted
and closed in
so
31st
it's
October.
already
Yeah, already
It's
closed. I mean,
okay, closed, already closed.
yeah,
Then okay.
but in some
Second
cases,
question. Yeah. In some cases could be.
Some cases could be because we also
during the
last year
pre-validation
experience we extend
Okay.
one weeks and 2 weeks, maybe 1 weeks.
Okay, thank you.
If
Okay.
so
Second, sir,
many,
second.
if so many
Second.
university ask for, we
Yeah.
cannot particularly prefer one university.
Mhm.
This is unfair. But when many university ask
Yeah.
for, that means there are common conditions that allow us to do that.
Well
Because last
taken.
year we have
Yeah.
technical problem to submit.
Yeah, sometimes kasi sometimes we have technical problems that may happen beyond our control. So this is what I am now visioning, that on October 21 at 31 midnight, and we could really submit all the documents needed, because these are some risks that I really visualize, that sometimes it really happens based on our experiences when we really submit our documents through online platform. So we are in an island. We are in an island with 11 municipalities. So there are some uncontrollable circumstances, phenomena that might happen during the submission. So that is why siguro perhaps it depends on the case, perhaps. But we will assure that we can really submit that before the deadline.
Yes, it's better.
Yes, so to make it sure that we could really submit everything. And second is during the validation, sir, or evaluation. So are we given that time? Because in other evaluation or other platform, other rankings during the validation. So of course there is a preliminary evaluation, and then are the evaluators sending us their comments to say, for example, submit additional documents?
Oh, for that is usually we
so really close. So what we submit, that's it. Okay, that's your policy. That's your guidelines. Okay, I'm just clarifying it, because there are some agencies that during the evaluation, pre-evaluation, during the process of evaluation, they are at least requesting us to submit other relevant documents that may really satisfy their guidelines or their indicators. So I'm just clarifying it, sir, with you. If when we ever submit it, all the documents, and that's it. So during the evaluation, we will be waiting that until the announcement of results.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Hope we're able to pass with your evaluation. Thank you so much, and that's it. And those are some things that I would like to.
You are welcome. We are really waiting for your submission. Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
And from time to time, I think, before we gone through with this
Okay, thank you so much. Maybe we can have one more last question. Is there any participant that want to ask? Okay, one more question. Thank you. Okay. Thank you all for actively participating in the question and answer session. Your question have added depth to our discussion today. Thank you for attending the UI Green Metric Questionnaire and Event 2023 information session. Your presence has been greatly appreciated. Today, we discuss the significance the UI Green Metric Questionnaire and upcoming event that promote sustainability in our universities. I want to thank you for the speakers for sharing their expertise and insight, Professor Gunawan and Dr. Nyoman. Your contribution have been very valuable. And let us remember that this session is just the beginning. It is now our responsibility to take action and implement the sustainable practice in our institution. Thank you once again for your participation together, and together we can create a greener future. And please fill out the attendance form in the chat Zoom below. And thank you, session. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, all participants.
Hope can see you soon.
Okay, thank you so much.
Saan ko na to isasara?